Well, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. I'm here with Jean Alabri again, and Terry Suki is supposed to be coming, and she's just running late, I think. But we're here to share a little bit of time. So, Jean, what you been up to? You just finished another class, right?
Yes, Medium Kim and Susan Lin. We just finished their class for psychic practice, and
Huh?
it was another amazing class. Each and every time, I learn
Hmm.
something new, and I feel myself expanding.
Right. That's awesome. I felt the same way. And here's Terry. How are you,
Hi,
dear? Hi.
I'm fine.
Well, welcome. And what have you been up to? I was just asking Jean what she'd been up to. You been up to anything?
Um, I'm in Maui right now, vacationing and
Oh, you poor thing.
swimming with turtles. And I have been reading my neighbors. He's like,
Ew,
come on down, I'll read you. You know, 'cause I need
awesome.
practice.
Yeah. And and they're agreeing with some of the things you've been coming up with?
Yeah, it was been
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh,
I'm
that's
making them all
awesome.
cry. They're all crying.
Yeah. You know what? I think it sounds like a business. Maybe you need to open a shop there and stay. I love Maui. So it's one of
This
my
is the
favorite places.
first time I've ever been. Is is this is the surf too loud in the background?
Doesn't bother
Are
me,
you
honey.
kidding?
Okay.
I
Just don't
know.
rub it in. Don't rub it in now, Terry.
Okay.
I
No, as
just
a matter
wanted
of fact, yeah, go
I
ahead,
just
Jean.
want to say a shout out to Harry's mom. She's saying hi, Jean, hi, Terry, hi, Allie,
Oh,
and to
Hi, Harry's
everybody in the
mom.
chat.
Yes, hello, Sherry, Gina, Lynn, um, and Harry's
And
mom,
Gina. Mhm.
Mary, Robin singing, Marby Gongora. Welcome to all of you. Yes, thank you for being here with us. So, coming straight from Maui, that's really awesome. That's really awesome. When I used to teach for this one school, I would go in December to Maui and I would teach from Maui. And it was hard to figure out the timing because the timing is very
yeah,
different, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I asked Jean if it was okay with her, and I told her I would ask if it's okay with you if we ask a question and possibly bring through someone from 9/11. It doesn't have to be a person that jumped or that died or any of that, or maybe it's somebody who lost somebody, maybe it's um, someone who saw it but nothing happened, that kind of thing.
Mhm,
Whatever, opening up to possibility.
mhm.
I do want to put the caveat up here for you. Most of you already know this, but remember these gals are psychics slash mediums working hard on becoming better and better. And, I'm so pleased they've agreed to come on my show again. And I would love to think that we could do this, maybe quarterly or
Mhm.
something like that. That would be a lot of fun. So, yeah,
Yeah.
good. So it's okay with you, Terry?
I'm
It's
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up with a little bit of I won't say it's a prayer, but a blessing for us, uh, for all of us to surround us with love and light and healing. There are lots of people out there who are suffering right now from various things, and I want to send them love and energy. And I also want to call in our guides and our angels and our ancestors and all those that surround us to bring through that which is for the highest good of all concerned. I ask that this is done. Amen. All right. So, hello, Julie. Hello, Joanna, Andrea, Marlene, everybody that's here. We're glad you're here. If you have any medium questions you would like to ask, you can put them in the chat. We'll see what we can get to. I have asked the ladies if they might consider bringing through, if they can, bringing through somebody that was influenced by 9/11. Since today is 9/11 and it's been the 20th. It's amazing. I can't believe 20 years has already gone by. Can you? No.
I can.
What were you doing, Jean, when 9/11 happened? Do you remember?
I was at work. I was at
Okay.
work back in Pennsylvania, and we had to. I was an IT kind of a classroom school. This is when back when Microsoft used to be brand new. We were teaching
Right.
classes, and we had to interrupt the classrooms and let everybody know. And some people had relatives that either worked there or lived there, and they were all very concerned and had to contact their family.
Right.
And it was very sobering. And I just wanted to be with my family. I didn't leave work, and I do regret it. You just are stunned and you don't know what to do. And a lot of people did leave, but I ended up staying. But I wish I would have just gone home because it was
Yeah.
very emotional.
It was an emotional day. And Terry, how about you? What were you doing?
I was teaching a small computer class at work, and all of my students were adults. And
Uh-huh.
actually, every single one of us had a different religion, but um, this one man who's a very, very religious Muslim immediately said, "Oh my God, we have to all pray." And we had
Uh-huh.
one person who is not a person who would pray, but they prayed too because it was so
Yeah,
shocking. It was so
it was.
horrible.
Yep. It definitely was. Um, it's funny that everybody can remember what they were doing, where they were. Even T. Barb wrote where she was at work in a factory, and we all remember exactly where we were. And I have to say, because I'm a lot older, that I remember where I was exactly when John F. Kennedy was shot. I was in the third grade, and we were all sent home, and we were, it was just awful. So when these things occur, we do have that. I mean, it's one of those memories you cannot not remember, I think. And yeah, it was. I have a very dear friend who used to work in the towers, and she lived on 49th Street in New York City, and she has passed. She got really sick and got cancer after this, and I really do believe that it was from this. You can't help it. If you're there, you had all that junk in the air, and that we lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of people that way, and they are victims of 9/11 just as much as the people that were involved that particular day. Sherry was in geology class taking a test. T-Barb, the first grade. Well, good for you. um, oh, Running Sloth wants to know, was Trump and Rudy G tied it all to 9/11? I'm getting a no, but what do you ladies think? Actually liked Rudy then.
Hmm. He
Yeah,
was good then.
it was then.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not really getting their energy.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yep. Um, he wasn't crazy. He handled it pretty well. Rudy did. Trump, on the other hand, he did mention that he went down to help. This was recently, and he didn't go down to help. I think they had him on the phone and they were asking him, "Do you know this area?" Because he was a New York person, and that's the only reason I think. So, yeah. This is very true. Teachers did what teachers do. We stayed and comforted students. And COVID is the 9/11 daily of students at this point. You're absolutely right, Andrea. I was teaching at the college level, and that day I was home because I only taught like Monday and Wednesday. And this was a Tuesday, I believe. So I was going to go back in on Wednesday. And believe it or not, I was teaching in this college. I was teaching fourth grade reading to adults. So, these people did not have a very good comprehension at the time. So I remember going in the next day, and the first thing I stopped and everybody sat down, and I said to everybody, "Is everybody okay? How's everybody really doing?" And they said, "Oh my God, you are the first person who asked us that.
Oh,
We were in class yesterday, and even that teacher refused to talk about it." And I thought, this is really sad that, and I know that death and destruction and everything isn't easy to talk about, but people need to talk. So, I think it was interesting. Joanna was sleeping. Okay. You went to the tanning bed. Okay. Well, we know that was your priority at that age. Okay. So in Las Vegas, getting ready to fly home. Ooh. Okay. I don't think you got out of there very fast. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Anyway, Marlene says she owned a restaurant in Canada. All of us stopped what we were doing and all were in shock. Um, there's a really great story about people that had to get diverted, I believe, to was it Newfoundland or can't remember. It was in the Canadian Maritimes. And all the airplanes had to stop there because there was no more flying after these people, hit the towers. And it was the town is very small, like maybe 7,000 people in the town, and they took in 7,000 people off of planes and kept them and
Wow.
fed them, and
I remember
the
reading that.
town. Yeah, it's amazing. So I really do think a lot of courage and a lot of things come through when we are dealing with that kind of trauma, and people seem to come together. I wish they did that more often. But so, ladies, I don't know, do you want to try to see what you can tune into? I'll shut up and give you a little bit of peace and let you see what you if you can get anything. Yeah.
Sorry, just closing my eyes, Allie.
That's okay.
Made me giggle.
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing people in the area on like the first or second floor, or maybe even in the basement area where there was shopping and sort of, businesses like dry cleaners and a candy store and a newspaper store and stuff like that that services the building. I see people down there sort of like walking around saying, is something really going on upstairs? And,
Mm-hmm.
or, what is going on? What was that noise? And they, were
Mm-hmm.
being,
Mm-hmm.
I just see all the confusion. I see the polished floors, and I see people sort of looking around at each other saying, did something just happen? Like in the disbelief. And then they were asked to be escorted out. I think maybe my guides and angels may be protecting me from the devastation and the intense emotional, and they're
Right.
just asking me to tune into sort of how people were feeling
Like watching a
sort of
movie.
at
Yeah.
impact. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of got the same thing because I was standing outside looking up and thinking to myself, this person at least was thinking to themselves, "Oh my God, I was late for work. I was late for this." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I'm seeing something different. I actually started meditating on this earlier in the morning because I didn't know if I could tune into this or not. But
Mm-hmm.
so I started to see a vision, and the vision is if I'm in the air, maybe in like another building,
Mm-hmm.
but actually way high in the air, and I'm seeing this explosion of
Mm-hmm.
soul, of rising up into the air. And some of the souls are surprised to be there. Some of them are not. Some of them are
Uh-huh.
very, very happy. It seems like there's also angels around there. Angels are
Mm-hmm.
there with them.
Mm.
And somehow these souls though are extremely powerful. I don't know,
Mm.
it seems like that they're rising through the air, that they're kind of broadcasting caring and love, even though they're the ones that were affected, but they're
Mm.
broadcasting love. And they're coming out like a big fan of soul,
Wow.
and entering kind of the spiritual realm, and it's amazing. So I'm not seeing just one person, but I'm just
Uh-huh.
seeing
Well,
a
there were
breathing
so
of
many that,
a
yeah,
lot of
so
souls.
many that went.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you get the idea that well, I'm seeing this as you're saying it. I'm thinking to myself, well, we this was our agreement. This was what yeah, this was all
I
our, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I when I saw it in the morning, and even as I'm seeing it now, I I actually said the same thing. This is our agreement. These souls agreed to do this. They were very, very brave.
Hmm.
You know, they,
Yep.
they didn't, have to do this, and yet they
Right.
did.
Yeah.
And that's why some of them are coming out. Some are surprised. Maybe they weren't quite in on the agreement yet.
Right.
Some are very, very powerful, coming out like they are warriors, like they
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
Superman, coming out like, wow, I did my job. I'm powerful. I'm helping
Yeah. Wow.
helping us, the people left behind,
Uh-huh.
um, to
Mm.
come together, to work together, to combine our heart energies. Um, and that reminds me of that heart energy back in that classroom when I was with people of all kinds of denominations.
Right.
I mean, that the heart energy was still there, that it was
Right.
there. We all dropped what we were doing and prayed.
It's almost like the heart energy of the people that passed fell, sort of came down as in a beautiful energy and dropped onto people that may not have been so heart centered. That's kind of what I'm seeing when you're saying. So those people ended up being beautiful souls, helping and going down and doing things that down at the ground zero and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because being
We,
on that cleanup crew was probably very, very difficult. I mean, I think that
yeah.
that's another reason, Jean, your guides were protecting you, because even the people that were there said, body parts and things like that everywhere, and that's traumatizing. I mean, that's so traumatizing. That's beautiful, Terry. What a beautiful image of
Yeah, when she
angels and
said the energy of the fan of the souls, I could see it, and they were all grouped together, and they all rose together, and then, yeah, I could definitely see that as well.
yeah.
One time, my husband and I went to visit Gettysburg, and I knew I was sensitive, and I was like holding. This was after the ghost incident, so I was kind of really on guard and just like being very cautious and saying, "Is anybody around here? Is anybody around here?" And I couldn't really pick up on anything. And then on the way back in the car, I was just like thinking about it and sort of meditating and just gazing out, and I realized, oh, the thought came to me, I was being protected from
Mm,
all of that because I wasn't ready. So I
mm.
kind of felt the same way here, that they don't give you more than what you're ready for, you
That's
know.
right. They don't. They don't. Um,
I think that's
I,
why I saw a large scene instead of a very small scene.
yeah. So this beautiful man that is in the picture, um, was lost on 9/11.
Oh,
I believe I'm only guessing that he was a fireman, because when I went to Renee's Facebook page, I could see some pictures, and she has a lot of firemen's pictures there. And she heard him she showed him that he was rubbing his head and saying, "Oh shit, I'm dead." So I just want to send out so much love to you, Renee, and thank you for sharing Nikki's beautiful picture on your avatar. I know that this must have been very devastating and continues to be, I am sure, because this was something that was so huge. But we want to send you lots of love and lots of understanding, virtual hugs. But thank you, Renee, for sharing that with us. That's not easy. So thank you. I appreciate it. Um, All right. So somebody here, Sherry, a classmate, she says, was working at an internship for a financial company in the second tower. They saw the first tower get hit and the boss made them evacuate, and they got on the street, and then the second building hit. Um, Fortunately for them, they were able to, oh
what
boy,
the heck was that?
I don't know. Was
Are
that
you
here?
okay?
Yeah, but I don't know what it was.
Allie, go check. We'll be fine. Go check.
Okay, okay,
We'll be fine. I
okay.
want to I want to say give a shout out to oh she's in her kimono. I want to give a shout out to Visual Arts Larson and say hello, and to all of our classmates who are in the chat. I have to say, the last time I was on Ali's show, I couldn't find the comments. I couldn't find the chat, but today I can read it. And thank you all for being here. Thank you. That is,
I'm on my phone today, so I know where the chat is, but I can't see it and hold the phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank
Visual
you.
Arts
everything
Larson.
okay?
Far as I know, there was a man standing behind me, and I said, "What was that?" He said he didn't know. It did sound really loud, though. It's really, where I live, they set off fireworks all different times of the year just for fun. Or maybe somebody shoots a gun. I don't know. I didn't think here, because I'm at the RV right now, that was going to be the case. But anyway, yes, I'm glad you shouted out to your classmates. And um, oh, Renee, my twin flame. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, yeah. We understand. I mean, no, we don't really understand, but we love you. We love you very much, and we're sorry that this happened to you. Um, oh, Melissa, this is interesting. Called and said, turn on the TV. Long before I was psychic, I watched and knew these souls were meant to, yeah, to help us still here. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Um,
Um,
anyway, yeah, and if we may do this, a couple more times, and you're all welcome from that class to come, and everybody is still learning, so we all know that, and so it's okay. Okay, any questions from the chat that you would like to ask? Let's see. Oh, Melinda said she saw clear people, floating angels with things like nets, some pain in the parts of the body, emotionally, explosions in my mind, a man saying sorry, I must separate. I think that has to be the hardest thing. When I was, listening to the people on the telephone calls that were able to call their loved ones and, oh, I'm going to be okay. I'll call you when I get out. And it just so heart wrenching. But I'm going to recommend, and I know it's difficult. It's almost when we watch it, it becomes that we feel that trauma, I believe, collectively. But I did watch the National Geographic. Um, I think it's on Hulu. They had a six-part series, and there were things I didn't know that they told. One of the things was, let's see, there was a plane. Remember, they scrambled the plane to go over up to Shanksville. They scrambled them from DC, and the order was to shoot at the plane, shoot like missiles or whatever. Well, they didn't have missile capability at that time. They're like, what the heck are we going to do? And so one of the pilots said to the other pilot, I'll take the cockpit, you take the tail. They were going to ram the plane that way, so there would have been two or more, not people that, but the dedication of these people to go up there knowing very possibly that was going to be the case. These are the unsung heroes that we don't hear about very often, and some of these stories are coming out now, so it's a good I won't say it's a good thing. I believe it was done very well, and I believe it. But somebody said was, if you watch too many of them, you become desensitized, and that happened to us, I believe, um, in 2000 when we kept turning on the news and seeing the tower fall and seeing the tower fall and seeing over and over and over again. And they, of course, had worse images than that at that time of people jumping and things that they don't choose to show, and I'm glad they don't. But anyway, yeah. So blessings to all of you who have lost or felt traumatized or, you know, healing. So, all right, Harry's mom's got a question for you, ladies. Jean or Terry, do I have a message from Aunt Betty?
Thank you for the question, Harry's mom. I appreciate it.
Linda G, thank you for being here and thank you for the super sticker. That's very
Thank you,
nice.
Linda G. I love you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
I'm do you mind if I jump in,
Go
Terry?
ahead.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing somebody that was very much a cosmopolitan lady, and she seemed like she had a cigarette and loved the cocktails and had like all the fancy outfits, you know, the sweater sets with the little skirts that all matched, and that she was very social and had dinner parties, and
Hmm.
she let me ask her, she has a message for you. She wants to tell you, Shirley, or Harry's mom, that that these times are tough for all of us, and that they're all on the other side supporting us, and that the veil is thinning, and that they can see us and we can feel them stronger. It's not our imagination. Every single one of us, whether you're in a class or not, you feel stronger and stronger messages, feelings, impressions, and intuitions. And she is letting you know that she is supporting us, she is supporting you, and that she is seeing and a part of being supportive, part of the veil thinning, and is close to you, and is will be supportive to you, and that's what I get. I'll leave you at that.
Wow.
I'm getting a message that she's saying that when you think of her, she'd like you to light a small candle.
Oh,
Um,
Okay.
I believe just to in, increase the feelings, increase her presence through that candle. So if you wouldn't mind uh, lighting a small candle with real fire, not one of those candles you turn on.
Uh-huh. To get the fire going. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
And
that's
there,
very important for all of us to do when we are reaching out to spirit. It
It's like a
keeps the
ritual.
light. Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yep. Yep. A lot of people light a candle, some people smudge or they spray or and it's really an offering to say that this is a sacred space as well. Even when you're doing it just with yourself and you're doing your meditation that way. Yeah.
mhm,
Beautiful
yeah.
messages. I hope they resonated to you, Harry's mom. Um, that's thank you for asking a question. All right. So I have another question here. I did have it, if I can find it. Oh, honesties. Sorry, ladies. Okay, there's Aunt Betty. All right. All right. So we don't give medical advice, but we might be able to come in on um your energy, I guess. Maybe an energy reading.
Yeah.
Why her left eye is not what?
What is it not focused? If is it bothering you? We don't let me look down and see if the rest of this is down here.
While you're doing that, we learned
Go
how to
ahead.
use a rock to do divination. I've got my rock. I'm going to look at my rock
Good,
and
okay. Do it, girl.
Do you mind if I jump in? The first
jump
thing I
in.
got, even before asking, the first thing I did get was that, Marlene, that you are a bit of an empath, and you are carrying energy and sorrow and fear and confusion and anger, and you're picking up on the collective energy. It's very important for you to clear your chakras, clear your energy, take a salt bath, go into
Yep.
the bathtub and soak in essential oils and salt bath and clear your energy. This is not for you to carry, and
Right.
it is weighing on your energy.
Yes. Yep. Sometimes we become like sponges if we don't do that. And then we're holding all that bad energy of other people even. Yeah. Yep.
And Marlene, your heart chakra is so huge, so big, so beautiful, and it's important for you to clear it and protect your own energy. Go ahead, Terry.
I got At first, I thought I was looking at something in your eye, like a little kind of piece of. There's a little stone trapped in the stone, and then I realized, no, it's like Mickey Mouse. There's a Mickey Mouse shape. I think they're telling you that even though you're tired, they want you to work on having a little bit of fun. To
Ah,
do some relaxing things, some fun things, some kid-like things. That's why Mickey Mouse is there.
oh, inner child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just try to get in touch with that inner child. Have a little bit of fun, and
yeah,
don't do it too hard because you're tired. Just do fun things that would make you
yeah.
feel good.
That'll
You know,
lift her energy. Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I pulled this card, magnetism. And so, yes, you can be a magnet. You have the ability to be a magnet, but look at this. The sun is behind this beautiful bird. And so if you get yourself your little salt bath, or working on your protection, you'll bring in more good than you will feel tired. So hopefully that will help you out. And if you really
Mhm.
feel bad, or your eye is bothering you, please go check it out at the doctor, because this is for entertainment purposes only.
And for that
But we
card,
send,
Allie, for your card, I see that sun as being her divine spark underneath, inside, underneath
yep,
all of that heavy
all of
energy that
that.
that
Yep.
wants to shine through. That's your divine spark that you have inside that's going to shine through. That will
Uh-huh.
energize you.
Yep. These are the most beautiful cards. I've used them now for a while, and now everybody else is getting them, and I don't care because they're so beautiful. But they're the Sacred Earth Oracle cards. Yeah. So just so everybody knows, I guess it's hard to get them now because everybody's getting them, but that's okay. You
Hang
know?
in there, Marlene.
Yeah, you're there, Allie.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, hang in, Marlene, and know that you are loved, very much so. And thank you for the donation, Renee. That was very nice. Um, let's see. Here's Star Midnight, passed 35 years ago, and wonder if there's any messages.
Can she give us a name?
Okay. Star Midnight, can you give us a name, if possible? Go down and see if it's going to be at the bottom. Star Midnight, can you give us a name of your dad?
I don't think I need the name right now.
You
I
don't
think
need it? Okay. You got it? All right.
I'm wondering if he worked in the newspaper business or was a reporter,
Ooh. Okay.
something like that. Because I'm getting a guy who's, he looks like he's fit, but he's in charge, kind of. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he's smoking a cigar and like telling everybody what to do, and um, but not in a bad way, in a nice way.
Yeah.
He's a guy you would be attracted to. He's somebody who everybody would like to be around because he kind of has an opinion and he's willing to share it, but he's not going to force it on you. And
Mm-hmm.
um,
Wow.
let's see. Do you have a message for me? Sorry, I always get a little weirdish messages, but he's saying, "Hey, baby," and he's like sticking his hand with cigar or whatever he's got. He's like, "Hey, baby, you're doing just fine. I'm watching you all the time, having a good time up here. Keep doing what you're doing down there." Um,
Wow.
what else? Maybe are you getting anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I did
Go ahead.
also get somebody who was very fit and very handsome. And he was sort of like a high energy. He was a go getter and he was very confident in what he did and he did it very well. And people really admired him. And he said, I am very proud of you and who you've become. I am here supporting you. You are making me very proud. I am right here. I'm supporting you.
That's
I mean, that
awesome.
seems typical, but I was getting that energy when she was saying
Uh-huh.
all that.
Yeah.
So I've got this one, and the word is revolution. Um, I think he sees you as somebody who could join in on the revolution that's happening here on the planet, and he's right behind you. The sun is there, the moon is there, so the emotions are there. Look at the beautiful birds around you, and the colors. The colors are absolutely wonderful. Ladies, do
Well,
you
that,
see? Is that person holding a lotus? I think so. I think it's a lotus that they're holding in their hand.
Star
Feel any?
Midnight said he smoked cigarettes and he was exactly like that. We were both right. And she said, "Thank you so much!" Exclamation point 100 times. Yeah, exactly. The way we described him, he was exactly like that. Isn't that
That
cool?
is so
oh,
awesome.
yay.
There you go,
And
ladies. Yep.
that,
And you were seeing the same thing. That's what when you work in tandem with another medium,
mhm.
another psychic, it's amazing how you can do this. When Susan and I work together, I feel that way. I feel like she can see what I can see, or I might see something and she's like, oh, yeah, now I see that. So
Yeah.
that's just wonderful, ladies. Wow.
Oh,
I'm real
Star Midnight
pleased.
said she's crying now.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
he's
sure there's
always with you,
tears of
dear.
joy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
he touches us. He comes
yeah.
in and touches us so that we can express the love to you. So we feel him and we feel you. And thank you
Uh-huh.
for giving us the honor of bringing through your loved one. I really think this is a very honorable thing that we're doing here. And
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
very lucky and fortunate to have the opportunity to read your loved ones. It's a
There
beautiful
really is
feeling.
something. It's a gift to you. I know it is. I can see it in your faces. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's so
then,
nice. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And that
awesome.
card so fits the energy he would project towards her.
Right. Right. He sees her as a beautiful young woman too, because over there's no time really.
Yeah.
And people can sort of pick whatever age they want. So sometimes people don't recognize what they're looking at, because if you say, oh, he was like you, he was young and vibrant and working, and maybe that was when he was a little younger, who knows? But she knew exactly that was his energy. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So we got here Christopher Gray. My friend Calvin sadly passed on a motorcycle accident. I was wondering if he had anything about me or my boxing or a missing dog. Okay. We'll see what he can tell the ladies. We'll see.
He's saying, don't try not to mourn for me. We understand that you miss hanging out, but don't let it weigh heavy on your heart. He's like, it's really, really cool over here. He's like, it's really great. I want to ask him what he's doing. He's like, man, this is going to blow your mind. Like, just just
Yep.
try not to be try not be happy for him. Don't be sad that he's gone. The relationship that you miss is a longer time. He's there and you'll be there in a nanosecond. I mean, I'm not saying that you're
Right.
gonna, even if you live for 80 more years, it'll only
Right.
be a nanosecond to him.
To
So
him.
he's in your soul group, he's in your soul family. You're going to see each other again. And he just wants you to know to be happy and not to feel badly that you're missing him. And he's around you. Your soul family. You can't.
Hmm.
He'll see you again.
Hmm.
I saw his transition.
Wow.
Oh.
So I saw him like on a motorcycle and then pow, and it was like he got shot out of a cannon. He just shot up into the heavens.
Hmm.
And
Wow.
I have to say he enjoyed that. I know that's weird, but I don't think he felt any pain whatsoever and was just quite excited. I get the feeling he's a daredevil. Like he
Ah.
would probably enjoyed shooting out of a cannon right into the air. Um, and so that's what I saw. I saw his transition where he just like shot up into the heavens, and he's there, he's happy, he's waiting for you. And just like Jean said, it's a
It's an
nanosecond.
imperfect. Yeah.
Jean, why don't you ask him what he's doing? I'd love to hear what he's doing over there.
Okay, I
Mm.
did see Christopher reply yes, saying, wow, you know that? This is Christopher. That's cool. You want to ask what he's doing over there? I
If you
think
want me to, I could. Go
I
ahead.
as soon as no, I appreciate the challenge because this is how we learn and this is how we
Mhm.
grow. And I
Right.
have this is real time, and I'm challenged. The first
Mhm.
thing, and I get things sort of like instant, almost before she finished asking the question, which
Mhm.
is he's really quick. He is orchestrating over there, and he is. Uh, hmm, how do I describe what he's doing? Hmm. He's some sort of a manager. He's taking care of
Mhm.
things. He's
Okay.
taking care of things, organizing things, helping people. He really wants to be helpful. He's very generous with spirit. He doesn't need to learn. He has gone through this lifetime, and then now he's helping people who are crossing over,
Hmm.
maybe people who are crossing over from either accidents or suddenly that maybe are stunned. He may be assisting those people, but he's like, I got this. He's like, he is very, very confident energy, and is orchestrating over there and helping people when they cross over.
Mm. Wow.
I got that in his spare time when he's not doing that, that he it seems like he's kind of organizing picnics. Like I got something like he enjoys being out in nature up there in heaven, and you know I feel like he's going to picnics and
Cool.
organizing them.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of
Wow.
a social butterfly, but I also can tell he likes to enjoy nature kind of solitary without a lot of people around, where he
Hmm.
can just look at the plants, look at what's, because I've heard, haven't been there, but I've heard,
Uh-huh.
that's beautiful, many more colors, and that he
Excellent.
sometimes just contemplates something for a long time, a flower or something.
Has the time to do it, right? I have here preservation. Um, and it's interesting. I never look at when I see a skeleton, I don't look at it really as a bad sign, but we do know that this person has passed, but they're holding on to their heart chakra. They're holding on to everything they knew. And look at in the middle, he's birthing something new. He wants you to remember him and he's glad you remember him. Um, but also enjoy what it is that you're doing in the present time because that's important as well. Yeah. Wonderful. Hope this resonated for you, Christopher. That was great, ladies. Very nice. Okay. Serafina. You know what, Serafina? I have the stone seraphinite on today. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's an angelic stone. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's see if we can speak to Osvaldo.
I think there was great love between you. He held you in the highest regard and really honored you and saw you as a divine feminine or goddess spirit. He honored you and loved you in the purest manner, whether you were friends or had a relationship. He Always, and you felt that. You knew he honored you. You knew he looked at you differently than everybody else. You knew that he could see your soul and that he could see the light shining inside of you. And he says, "Ooh, ooh, I got chills going up my neck. Wow. Wow."
Wow.
He says, I'm right beside you. I am supporting you.
Wow.
And
I'm
you are my love. Yeah, go ahead.
um, I'm looking at my rock, my divination rock, and I see that actually you two have spent many lifetimes together.
Wouldn't
I
surprise me.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I see it's. I'm not sure what this means, but I see like a dinosaur's footprint.
Ooh.
Um, and holes. I think you guys have spent many lives together, even a long time ago, not during the dinosaur time, but it's leading me to say old, old, old together. Oh, and I see a sea turtle or a parrot, something with a beak, kind of.
Mm.
And they live a very long time. Both of those
Mm.
animals live a very, very long time. So I think he's referring to the fact that, just as Jean said, your hearts are tied together. You are always together, and it's been a long time together. So that's amazing.
Look at this. I pulled the Unity card,
No doubt.
and
Wow.
there it is. Yeah. Look at that. Um, this angel is holding the world, but you were the world to this angel, is what I get. So yes, definitely. This person is very close and unified with you. Wow. I love that when that happens. Whatever you've just said, then it shows. Oh, wow. That's all. Now I got chills. Okay.
Serafina, you have beautiful energy. I can feel the goddess spark inside the energy that you
Wow.
carry, the divine feminine. And it's so beautiful to have somebody that who was able to see that and to recognize it in you, and that made you become more aware of it. It's beautiful. I can feel the energies, and thank you for
Wow.
asking the
That's
question.
that's beautiful. Wow. Thank you. All right, we have Miss Connie Brown wondering if we have a message from her guides. Suzanne, thank you for the donation in the super chat. That's very sweet of you.
So what? So your your guides are showing me you in a bathtub, and they're
All
showing me
right.
candles around you, and I think what they're referring to is some self-care on your
Ah,
part.
yeah. Yep.
And um, and I don't take that lightly. I'm not a huge self-care believer, and they know that. So they're telling me not to discount this.
Right.
So again, with the candles, they want you to do some self-care. They want um, it seems like they're getting you ready for a big job to do spiritually,
Mm.
and they need you to do some self-care. And the water also represents that sorry, growing you. They're growing you
Mm.
like a plant, kind of. They're growing
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So please take some time for yourself. Uh,
Definitely.
don't resist the growing. you might get odd thoughts. Examine them and try to think why are they sending you these thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Awesome.
I don't see more about that journey, just that they are growing you and you need some self-care.
Yeah. I'm getting that this is no accident, Connie, and this they're guiding you to all of these channels, to all of this information and all of this soul expansion. You're part of the evolution, the ascension, the new earth, the new human. You're part of us growing and transitioning. You are part of it. You are here to learn and to listen to these messages, and they are guiding you. They're watching you, and they're very close to you. All of this is orchestrated and nothing is by
Random.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is random. And I think that you know that on a certain level, Connie. You know that you feel the pull, you feel the need to get more, to listen to more, to get more information, to expand your awareness. And yeah, I think you would do great in one of the classes as well. You have
Yeah.
wonderful guides, and they think very highly of you, and they are glad that you are here on this earth, as am I at this time, to help all of us. You're part of the team.
Yep. So all I got, Connie, I got get grounded. You're an empath, highly sensitive person. Connect with nature. So yes, we got the same thing, self-care.
That's
Yeah,
amazing, Allie.
I know. It is.
yeah.
It is. But I also know Connie works in the school system. She's a teacher, and so she has to definitely have self-care. Um, you know, there's a lot going on, and we're having people play with masking and all that other stuff. So self-care is very, very important. And that was not my intuition. I just happened to know that she is a teacher. So thank you for doing that, Connie, by the way. It takes a
Well,
special person. Yep,
when you
it
told
does.
me that about Connie, that she's a teacher, I think that she's her light and her energy is assisting the light and the energy of her students around
I'm
her.
sure it is. I'm
Just
sure it
by
is.
her being there, it
Being
opens
there.
up their awareness. That's
Yep.
wonderful.
Thank you for your work, Connie. Texas Mike 418 wonders if you might have a message from his daughter, MB. Yeah, MB, sorry.
Connie, don't let it scare you. You can ask them to step back. She said she was scared seeing things as a child and shut it down, but just ask them to step back. It's too much for you right now.
I went
And
through that, Connie. I went through that. Yeah. I think a lot of us did. It was like, oh, what do I do with this? Yeah.
come to
Yeah.
class.
Come to class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
what what
sorry
I'm
to.
what I'm kind of getting so far is from MB. I'm getting a cheerleader vibe.
Ooh.
I don't mean that she was a cheerleader. Well, at first, actually, I got a twirler. What
Oh,
those?
yeah. Majorette.
I
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
a twirler. Um, I don't think she was literally a twirler, but I'm
Could have been.
getting this. But I'm definitely getting this leadership, this right um, star energy.
Mm.
Um, if you have a message,
Can I jump in, Terry?
yeah, go ahead because I'm kind
I'm
of.
I'm just seeing a small child with feety pajamas and long sleeves with the little snaps, and she's curling up into your lap and putting her head on your chest right near your heart so that she can hear your heartbeat. And she's saying, I will always be your little girl. And just loving you and loving you. I'm always in your heart. I'm always right here. That's so cute.
It is. What a cute image.
The love, the love.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have any more, but I just got that bright energy from her, that cheerleader energy. Maybe she's your cheerleader over there.
Maybe. Could be. Yeah.
Maybe she's
I got the
always
initiation. Rite of passage and crossing the threshold. So, sometimes we lose someone as part of our own contract. So it sounds crazy, but it could be that this was to help. She did something. You guys made a contract that she would leave earlier than she normally would, and so she's saying, this is an initiation, no matter how long ago it was. But we're crossing the threshold. We're walking together. I'm always with you. And if in that picture that I showed, you could see that the light was at the end of that tunnel, so to speak. So, um, you're never going to forget, and it will always hurt. And I just sense that she's with you, and she does have that bright energy that also is very loving energy, like Jean said, sitting on your lap in the footy pajamas. So wonderful.
Thank you, Connie. Connie said, "Thank you so much, ladies."
Oh,
She's
thank
thrilled.
you, Connie, and thank you for the donation. That's very nice of you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
the feedback is really, really important for us when
It
we're
is.
learning.
It is. Yeah, it is very important for our readers. Yes. So, Visual Arts Lawson, do you guys have a message from her guides? And I'm guessing that it's okay if it's a funny one. I don't know, because you know her.
You know her, but boy, she is a powerful one.
Uh-huh.
She's
You need to come on
amazing.
here, Visual Arts Lawson,
She she
with these
blows
two
me
girls.
away every time. So hang on,
Yeah.
let me see if I got. Oh my
I'm
goodness. Okay. Wow. Do you want to go, Jean? Or?
I just have the first little thing that I got was that she is strategically placed. She has energy and connections to ley lines and to the sun and the moon, and she is strategically placed on this earth to radiate energy and
Mhm.
radiate
Look at that.
connection. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
You
So,
have the minute you said that word, I looked at the word and it said connection. I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. Yeah.
so
Wow.
visualize Lawson. I am seeing your collective behind you.
Wow.
I'm seeing a whole lot of blue
Hmm.
beings. Um, I do know a little bit too much about you. So,
It's hard to read. Yeah. Yeah.
but they are there. They're like behind you. They're like waving. They're like supporting you. They are
Hmm.
just so in your corner, and they want you to step out in your power. And I mean, that's a little bit of me too, because I have felt your power before, and you are
You're
freaking
powerful. Yep.
so, yeah, the collective is there behind you. And yeah, there you go. They're
I have
always with you.
a little bit more about where she is strategically placed on this earth. She is here to help Gaia and to
Ah.
help the vibration and
Yep. Hence the
the
ley lines.
energy
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
raise and increase, and
Yep.
yeah, she's
Wow.
Yeah.
here to help.
Yes.
That's
I've
nice.
read
That's
her
great.
before, and I read the exact same thing, that she has
Wow.
power to heal the earth and to heal the people on the earth.
I have chills
And
everywhere.
she just needs to fly in her mind over the earth, and she can, she's still learning, but she
Wow.
can heal the earth, and she can heal the people of the earth. And all
That's
she
why
has to
she's
do is
here.
fly.
Yep.
Yes, that's why she's
Yep.
here.
Wow.
And part of your soul family, because you didn't know her and you take classes with her and you work with her and you're supposed to be together with each other. So
I
absolutely.
think of her all the time because
Wow.
Mhm.
she's amazing.
Uh-huh.
She's
Understood.
actually not too far from me. She's within driving distance. So we'll have to get
Oh,
together someday as soon as it
yeah.
gets
When
safe.
things finally get safe. Yeah.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah.
Ladies, how are you feeling? Do you want to go another 10 or 15 minutes or are you tired? What do you want to do? What would you like to do?
I'm okay either way, and I know you have a lot going on, Allie, so we can
Oh,
just
it's all
wrap
right.
it up if you want to
Yeah.
take one more, or
Um,
I
I've
I know
got one here
Terry's
from.
holding her phone.
Yes, I
I know
know.
I'm like all over the place, but
Oh, you no, you haven't been,
I
but I don't, your arm must be killing you after a while. So,
actually that my arm isn't. I have my iPad too, but I chose the phone so it'd be a little
okay.
lighter. But
Uh,
I'm good. Yeah, let's go for at least
just a
another.
little while longer. Okay.
Yeah.
And those of you who we might miss, remember, we're going to try to come back maybe in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know. Whenever the ladies can get together again, we can do this again. All right. I know we can't do it every week. It's too difficult for everybody, but we can do it again. And if you want to join us, we would love it. So Andrea Galvin wants to know if you can connect to her Irish great aunt Catherine and see if her energy is around.
I get a really
Um,
feisty, bossy lady, very feisty, bossy with a very thick accent. And she doesn't take crap from anybody. She says, you do this, you do that. And I'm going to, she's very bossy. She rules the roost. Let me see if I can get a message from her because I just got her energy. Go ahead, Terry.
I saw. I felt a feisty person, but
Uh-huh.
what she showed me though, is she is showing me a hand knitted shawl or blanket or something, and she is putting this around you. She's putting it around your shoulders and putting her arm around you. And I almost the colors of the shawl, it's a variegated colors, and it's not like acrylic wool, it's something else, and it's got threads of greens and aquas and purples and some gold thread through it. So it's I don't want to say the peacock colors, but I guess kind of, but very muted, very low, and it's going around your
Mm.
shoulders. And she's just surrounding you with love. She's just, all I feel is just really, really overwhelming love that she's surrounding you, that she's putting on you like a shawl, like a cape. And I think that's what she's saying. She's just sending you love and support.
She
Wow.
told me she is a sorceress and that you are too. You come from a long line of sorceress. She is a magical being and she does magical incantations, and you do too. This is something that is passed down, and this is your lineage. And she said, embrace it and use it.
Wow.
Ah.
And Andrea, I definitely would believe that. And I think what you should do is pick apart the colors of that shawl, because I think there's some sort of magical information in there for you.
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like it was really important that I saw every little thread and colors of the threads.
Wow.
Andrea, I got trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And know that you are supported, Andrea. You are. Yeah. These are light colors, so hard to see, but trust your path, Andrea. We need you. And you look at there you are walking, you're going down the path, and you're hanging with the rest of us, and we love you dearly. So, you know, allow your gifts to come through, dear.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Andrea
Lynn.
said she wore red shoes and she was a barker at fairs.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that she was very religious, but I think she hid behind the religious. I think
Maybe.
people called it religious when they were actually a sorceress. I
Uh-huh.
think I I think they kind of called it that, but that's my guess.
Awesome. Wow.
I
Can you
love the
imagine?
feedback
Hey, come over here and see this big thing,
Yeah.
especially a woman barker. Wow. I
with
think
Yeah.
those
that's so
red
Well,
shoes.
red
Thank you,
shoes.
Andrea.
you embrace
So
the
I'm gonna
magic,
take
Andrea.
I'm gonna take this question from dear Arlene McMahon. She's always the one pulling questions for the Nasty Women's channel and doesn't get to ask very many questions. And I adore her. And I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Arlene. So we'll see if we can get a hold of Mom Joan. Okay?
wow, she's showing me a vision, and it started with plants growing, like vines and plants growing in a wave, kind of encircling her
Mm.
park, circling tons of them, like she was very, very um, fertile or fecund, just like
Ah,
he is sending energy your way, and something's growing. I'm not sure, but I'll give Jean a chance here.
I saw a very sweet and kind and loving dark haired woman who was maybe a little more on the introspective side. And I see the things that she's growing. She was a gardener, but she was like a wizard gardener. She put her energy into the ground, into the soil, into the things that she was growing. She would
mm.
talk to the plants. She would nurture them with her energy. She was very soft and subtle and quiet, but she had a strength that was, strong and silent.
Mhm.
Wow. Well,
I think
let me
she's
pull it.
saying embrace the growth inside of you. You are going to be growing a lot in the future. And I
Mhm.
think he's just saying embrace that. And the growth is happening fast. That the
Mhm.
I mean, it's not just like a little vine. It's like just this explosion of leaves, and they're all the same, but it's very, very dark green with like black around the edges. It's really foundational, is what I want to say. Foundational growth. Yeah.
Mm.
I
I
think that's
pulled
a
this
message
card.
for all of us too,
I think
right?
so too.
Yeah.
Arlene, I got space. Look at the beautiful woman, with her beauty, all the colors. When you said leaves, I thought of these. You got the greens, but there's red and oranges and yellows, and it's that time of year. Part of the head looks like it's really not in the clouds, but so I'm getting that the space that you create, the way that you do the work that you do is is really important. And your mom is really happy, and she's like, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. So that's great. Thanks, Arlene. I'm glad you were able to make the show. Thank you. Um, I'm
She
gonna
said
do.
her mom passed very young. She didn't get to know her very well, and she's really
Oh,
very grateful for the information that we did give her. That's
good,
beautiful.
good.
But I think
I
she gave
sense.
us a message for all of
I
us
think so
Mhm.
to
too.
be
Yeah,
ready, be prepared for the growth that's going to come for the human. And we're
yeah.
all here on
That's
earth
right.
for this reason. And I thank you, Arlene, and your mother for
Yeah. You thank your mother for
giving us
bringing
this
that through.
message. Yeah.
Right.
And if
There are always messages that could be for somebody else as well. Even if it wasn't directed at you. Yeah. Hmm. That's
Yeah,
great.
and if those people in the chat want to say whether or not they want to see us back, or if they want to see new students back, or if they want to see both new students and us, just put a little poll in there and let us know. And a lot of the people in the chat are the students,
Are the students? Yeah.
are our
Nudge,
classmates.
nudge, nudge, nudge.
It's
All
not it's
right.
not as hard as you think at all.
No, I don't think so. I
Not
agree.
with Allie. Allie makes it very easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're sweet, but you guys you're doing such a great job. This is work. I know
Yeah.
you love it. I know you enjoy doing it, but it does wear you down. I mean, you're working with energies, and that's difficult. So,
What I also want to say is to my classmates is if you notice, the way I read and the way Jean reads and the way Allie reads, it's all different.
all different.
And it's not wrong. I love that, Jean can get a little more specific than I can. I'm seeing an image that has to be interpreted either by me or by you. And
Uh-huh.
Allie's a card and information at the same time, but it all tends to work together.
It
So don't
does.
be afraid. Bring
Yeah.
your gifts.
Bring
Bring
your
your
gift.
gifts to this.
We all can see different things.
Yeah.
Arlene
And
just
yet
said,
they're the same, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Arlene said,
Yesterday I did a show with 5 other people, and we read cards like a story, and it was so much fun. And the same thing happened. The cards were, very much aligned with each other. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
go back and
beautiful. I
watch.
watched that. It was
Oh, good.
beautiful. It was
Um,
divinely orchestrated for sure.
I
But
Yeah, it
Arlene
really
just
was.
said she felt something tap her shoulder just now.
Oh, there you go, Arlene. You'll have to tell us what happens. Oh, this is another question. I'm sorry. She must have put it further down in the chat. Okay. Well, your mom's right there. That's awesome. So let's I hate to have to stop this party, but I will say that there's no reason why we can't come back and do this whenever we can get together again. And I'll give you plenty of heads up. I usually uh, try to put up like a week ahead what's going to be happening so people can prepare for it if that's what they want to see. Okay. So, but do realize also that I know everybody here, including myself, would love to hear from somebody on the other side. And there's nothing more, no, it's not demanding, but it's like, I want it to happen to me. And sometimes it can, and sometimes it doesn't work out right now. But please know that we'll be back, and you'll have that opportunity again because these lovely ladies will do it, or anybody else that was in their class. So Julie asks, her father Ralph, who had gender reassignment surgery and died as Lynn, um, did anything about what he learned from completing the life lessons that they both had to learn this time?
Well, I get little quick hits, and it just says be yourself, be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Be your true self. Don't let
Uh-huh.
anybody tell you that you don't fit in.
Uh-huh.
okay, so I'm getting a fish out of water. It's a live fish. It's like a salmon, like a trout, kind of a. So I have I hope I'm not over interpreting, but I feel like he's saying that he was destined to be she was destined to be a fish out of water, and that she embraced that, and it was hard, but she feels like that was exactly what she was supposed to do, and that she feels stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this lesson will go on to her next life. And I feel like the next life goal is to help people who are being um, discriminated against. Not necessarily in LGBTQ circles, but basically, she's a defender. She's a defender. She's going to use these to help other people become comfortable with their lives, their choices, um, their life goals. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool lesson.
It is. Yeah, very much so.
I'm getting that the new human that's coming in is going to be more gender neutral, like angels are. Our souls
Mhm.
are gender neutral, and that she
Right.
came in, or they she came in as one to practice and to try it out and to morph it, because we're all going to be gender equality and gender neutral and respectful of each, not such a diversity or out of balance that we are right now. We are all going
Hmm.
to be more of a beautiful blend of both.
Of spirit. Yeah. Well, these cards blow my mind, but look at this. Revision.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And so there is a person that is kind of gender neutral. And you'll notice the energies in all the areas of that person. Their components and things that they love, and other things at the bottom. But at the top, they uh, they revised their life to be what they wanted it to be. And so my
Wow.
feeling is, yeah, that there should be some understanding and no judgment. I'm not sensing that Julie had judgment, but this revision, this is what I was feeling my whole life, and I finally was able to do it, even though I may not have lived as Lynn forever. I had the opportunity to do that by revising how my life was. Just beautiful, just
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah.
amazing.
So I just like to end this today. This one, I mean, we've been here for an hour and 15 minutes, and so I thank everybody for everything that they've done, their kindness, their what is the word I want to say? They're telling you if you got the right hit or the right place, or
Yeah, thank you.
um, and there was something that Ron said, and I wanted to end with this because I just love Ron. I love all my moderators and everything. He said, fill the heart space when we were here from loved ones on the other side. So fill your heart space with that love, knowing that they are there for you. They love you dearly. And they'll come back and talk to us again, I'm sure. Yeah. Thanks, Ron. That's wonderful.
Thank you,
That's a,
everybody in the chat. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Terry.
oh,
You both are
thank you.
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Uh-huh. Thank you. And I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody's question. I apologize for that, but we'd probably be here all day. So anyway, love sent to all of you and appreciation to my wonderful readers, Jean and Terry. Everybody have
thank
a good
you.
day. Love.
Bye.